Yeah, I bought new colors in the USA. Super cool. Here they are, and what's inside are candy colors, Createx Candy 2.0. So let's open them and let's check them out. Yeah, what a nightmare. And I paid the full price. Check this out, $170. Yeah, full price, but no crate where I can put them inside. And that's exactly what I like to do in the video. I like to build a box to store these colors because they are super expensive. 20 years ago I worked in a wood shop and I built this wooden box from scratch for my airbrush colors. Check it out. But it took me nearly 2 days to cut the wood and to build the box. Now we are living in 2024 and time is money, and that's exactly what I don't have. So let's do a super fast build for these airbrush colors, a wooden box in maximum 5 to 10 minutes without any woodworking tool. Believe me, let's go. At first I have to pick the material, of course, and I like to go with a sheet of 3mm birch plywood. You can find this in nearly every hardware store. That's super easy to cut, and maybe you know what we are doing. Let's check the machine I'm using. Advertisement. This portion of the video is sponsored by Creality. Creality helps creators like me to follow our passion and to create videos we like. Cool stuff, fun stuff, tutorials you like to watch. And today I'm using the Creality Falcon2 diode laser engraver and laser cutter in the 20 watt version. It's also available in the 40 watt version, but 20 watt are more than enough power for me and to create the wooden box I like. And it comes with all the cool stuff like air assist, like Wi-Fi, things you need. I checked this machine before, it works for me, and if it works for me, I can recommend it to you. Now open your browser, go on the Fasti webpage and type in boxes.py. And if that was too fast, find the link here. Find it also in the video description where you can copy and paste the link in your browser, and you will land on the boxes.py page where you can find all the cool stuff like these boxes, but not only boxes, you can create also shelves. Check these shelves, how cool they are, and you can create also wall mounts for your workshop or patterns. And what I need for the box is an insert pattern where I can stick in these bottles and a hinge box, of course. So let's go on the top of the web page and let's click on menu. Now click on boxes and search for the hinge box. I like to create a box with a lid and a hinge because I like to store my colors dust proof. The only thing left to do is type in the measurements of the box. It's super easy, but let's check this out. If you want to create my settings, you can of course copy what I do. So my box should be 255mm by 255mm. And the height of the box should be 110mm. That's what I have to type in first. And then I have to change the thickness of the material in the default settings because the sheet of plywood is not 3mm, it's 3.7mm. We have to be very accurate, so the laser needs to know what to do. And yeah, I like to do finger joints, and that's the reason why I have to change the thickness of the material. Then I have to change the settings for the cabinet hinges. I like to create 2 hinges. The eyes per hinge should be 7. And I have to change the eye to 1.85 because that's exactly the material thickness divided by 2. So 1.85 if you have 3.7mm of material thickness. If you have 3mm, it's 1.5 of course. And then I have to set the finger joints because the fingers should be 50mm in length and the space between the fingers should be also 50mm. That's what I have to change, and now it's super simple. Just click on generate or click on download if you want to download the file on your hard drive. But let's click on generate so we can find out how the box looks. It takes some minutes, and here they are, all the parts of the box. The hinges, the top, the bottom, and all the parts of the box. Yeah, that was the first step to create the box, and if that was too fast for you, just visit my Patreon site, patreon.com/realmartingray, and you can download my settings for the box on my Patreon, and all my supporters can download the created file I created in boxes.py. So yeah, download the box, or if you only want to check my settings, just download the settings, copy them to boxes.py, and you can create the box I did. Yeah, I ripped the full sheet of plywood into pieces which fit the size of the laser. The laser bed in total is 400 by 400 millimeter. My sheets are 400 by 300 millimeter because I divided the sheet into half. It was 60, now it's 30. And these are the sheets I use, so let's put them in. And then we need this little thingy. And this block's used to measure the distance between the material and the laser head. Place it underneath the laser head, then loosen the screw of the laser. Place the laser on the block, depending on the thickness of the material you use. Tighten the screw again, remove the block, and we are good to go. Okay, a bit of software is needed to control the laser, and the software I'm using is Lightburn, but it's super easy to understand. So let's do it together. I open Lightburn, here we are. And what I have to do now is I click on File, I click on Import, I import one of the files for the box, and what I have to do now are some settings. I have to set the speed and the power, and the speed is 10 millimeter per second and the power 100%. For this piece of material, for the plywood, it can differ if you have different plywood. You have to do some test cuts, of course. And what I can do now is I can click on frame to check if the laser hits the material. So let's do this. Yeah, the laser hits the plywood. Put on some safety goggles, then click on start to do the cut. Yes, it's super foggy when the laser does its job because it's like burning wood, and that's absolutely not good for your health. But Creality has a solution, and that's an enclosure. That's what I like to try now. So let's put this on, and there's a fan included which sucks out all the smoke during the burning process. The laser is running, as you can hear. The enclosure does its job. The fan sucks all the smoke outside. That's perfect for a small studio like this, so you can cut your material in your studio without having tons of smoke. And here they are, all the parts for the box. The next step is to take some PVA glue and to do the glue up. The box is done, but we are in a custom painting studio. I'm a custom painter, so what's needed is some color. Currently I'm into the moody tones, so I'm going with Montana Black, color Rhino. Let's color the box. And here it is, my color storage box, super cool. And now I can put in all the colors. If you want to do it yourself, don't forget to check my Patreon, patreon.com/realmartingray. I will upload the files for the box. You can print exactly this box yourself. It's especially made for these Createx colors. If you have them, I recommend them as well. Find some links underneath in the video description if you want to order them. Thanks for watching. See you in the next one. Goodbye.